Hello, everyone. Jeff, do you have additional information
Sure, I will.
for intro? Or?
Yep, I can introduce you. Welcome, everyone, to the District 45 New Member Orientation. I am Jeff Hebert, your District 45 Program Quality Director for 2017 to 2018, and you have recently joined Toastmasters. At this point, you may be asking yourself about what kind of organization that you have joined. You'll find that your club is unique. While all clubs have the same general format, but each club expresses itself in a different way. Your club should provide some information on specifics of how your club operates. In this webinar, we will cover information to help you know what to expect from your club and to introduce you to some of the district activities. So today's objectives are to learn what to expect from your club, to learn about the education program, to learn about some district activities, and to learn about upcoming changes. Our presenter today is Olivette Aviso, Distinguished Toastmaster. Olivette is a longtime member of Toastmasters. She has served as a club officer many times. She was a district director for the first time that District 45 achieved President's Distinguished status. And currently, Olivette is the Area A Director in New Hampshire.
No,
Olivette believes... What's that?
Division Director.
Oh, did I say district? Yeah.
No, you said area.
I'm sorry. Olivette is a division director, which covers, 4 areas in New Hampshire?
Basically New Hampshire, yes.
Yep. So Olivette believes that new members should have a solid start in order to gain the most fulfilling experience with our program. So Olivette, go ahead and begin.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And thank you everyone for joining Jeff and me for the new member orientation. Jeff, are you moving the slides for me?
I am not, but I have it set with you to show the slides, but I can show them if you want. Do you have this?
Okay,
you have the slides on your PowerPoint, right?
I have slides on my PowerPoint, yes. But my screen is only showing the intro.
Right, if you click on your PowerPoint. No, you have to click on PowerPoint. You're broadcasting your screen to us. So click on PowerPoint down near the bottom. Oop, you just opened your email.
Well, that wasn't good. We'll get rid of that.
You can open the branded one. That's the other one. Open the other one. Thanks.
Open the other one.
You know what, Olivette? I did not do your slide sorter thing the way you had. That's okay. Just open up the second one. If you hover over your PowerPoint, Olivette, hover over the PowerPoint icon.
Okay.
And it should say the branded version.
The pretty pictures.
Right.
Yeah, the pretty pictures.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, folks, just a little technical difficulties. It's my fault. My bad. Okay. And we'll get Cortana to go away, hopefully. There we go.
And in the bottom right, you notice there's a little string of icons. You can actually put this in presentation mode to make it easier for our visitors.
Okay.
You see the one to the right, one more. That one, slideshow.
Slideshow. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Toastmasters is an organization that has a hierarchy. And believe it or not, you as the member are the stable basis of Toastmasters. You are the most important part of Toastmasters. A club only exists because it is made up of members like you. Areas, which is the next level up, are made of clubs. Divisions, that's the next level up, is a division is made up of areas. Areas are part of the division that makes up the district. The district is part of the region, and there are many regions throughout the world. If you go to Toastmasters.org, the website for Toastmasters International, and you search around, you will be able to see pictures of the various regions throughout the world. Toastmasters International is made up of these regions, but they could not exist without you, the member. You have probably run into a lot of leaders and titles, and you may wonder what all these people are or what these initials, this alphabet soup, mean. At the club level, I'm sure you've run into your president, your vice president education, or VPE, your vice president membership, or VPM, your vice president of public relations, or VPPR, the secretary, the treasurer, and the sergeant at arms. Please, it is the sergeant at arms, not the sergeant of arms. The sergeant of arms is in charge of the artillery, and Toastmasters doesn't deal in artillery. At the area level, remember, clubs make up areas. At the area level, there is an area director. The area director will come to visit the clubs that belong to their particular area. The next level is the division, and the division director helps the area directors to administer their areas and also answer to the district leaders. The district leaders include people like Jeff. Jeff is the PQD, the Program Quality Director. At the top of that pyramid is the district director, who this year is Melinda Regimbal. Next in line in leadership after Jeff is the club.
You losing it?
I'm losing it. CG, what's the G?
Club
Thank you.
Growth.
Growth, much too easy. The club growth director used to be called the vice president of marketing because that's what he or she does. Assists in the growth of the number of clubs within the district. Next in line in leadership is the PRM, which is the public relations manager. Next is the AM, or the administrative manager, AKA secretary. And the finance manager is the FM, and that's this year, Mr. Moneybags. At the regional level, remember, regions are made up of districts. There is a regional advisor. The regional advisor visits the various districts within his or her region to assist the leaders to administer their districts. We had a visit from our regional director at the fall conference this past November. Above it all is the international level of leadership. The international president a couple of years ago actually came from District 45, and that was Jim Kakachi. There are international directors. International directors are synonymous with a board of directors. They are elected leaders, and they, with the international president, help to administer Toastmasters International. The international directors come from all over the world. When you join your club, one of the things that you will be responsible for doing is signing up for roles for the club meeting. You will be given access to the club website. Most clubs have club websites that are hosted by Free Toast Host 2.0. And you will be allowed to sign in to your club's website. You will create a unique password for yourself. And once you do that, you will be able to go into the club agenda. Jeff, did you give me a picture of the agenda?
Yes, it's on one of the other slides.
Okay. Okay, thank you. You will be able to hit the button that says sign up. Your name will pop up on the agenda, and you will be able to sign up to be a speaker and an evaluator when you are experienced a little bit more, or any of the other many roles that exist for the club meeting. You will be able to access the emails within the club website for all of the members of the club or for any of the club leaders. There are tabs that are on the left side of the screen that will give you access to the email addresses for your club members and your club leaders. There are information links in addition to that that will provide you with information on various topics of use to you. So I encourage you to obtain access so you can get information that will help you to achieve your educational and leadership goals. You have a profile on your club website, and it will give you the opportunity to give a little bit of a bio about yourself. And you will see that as one of your options on the left side of the club website. You can edit that to your preference. By the way, you also have a personal profile on the Toastmasters International website, but you have to sign in to the Toastmasters International website, again, creating your own unique password. And no, I'm sorry, that is not true. You will sign in to the Toastmasters International website, and they will provide you with a unique password for yourself so that you can access the information on the website. And I encourage you to go to the Toastmasters website and take advantage of all of the information that is available that will help to enhance your experience as a Toastmaster. From your club website, not that one. We'll move on from your club website right now and talk about your two manuals. If you have not yet received them, you will be receiving them very shortly. You will have a competent communications manual, which has your speeches listed, your speech projects. I encourage you to open the book. When you open the book, on page 3, you will see a list of the speech projects listed from 1 to 10. And then I encourage you to look through the book, look through the speech projects that are available to you, but also go to the back of the book. Page 66 in your Competent Communications Manual will give you a picture of a sample club agenda. This is not the same picture that you will see on the club website, but it will give you an idea of the roles and the responsibilities of those roles during the club meeting. On page 67, under the subtitle Meeting Roles and Responsibilities, you will see an explanation of the various roles that are available for you and any of the other members during the course of the meeting. I encourage you to look through these. Even if you only scan them, be aware that they do exist. And if you have any questions about what it is you're supposed to do if you sign up for those roles, the information is here in the manual. On page 76 of the manual, you will see a listing under the subtitle Your Club's Leadership. There will be a list of the club officers and what their responsibilities are to you as members of the club. There may be the time in the not too far distant future that you will either want to run for one of these offices, or someone in your club's executive officer list may ask you to fill in for a member who is no longer there. That's on page 76. Now for you, very important page is page 86, which is called the Project Completion Record. The projects from 1 to 10 are listed in a column. It is extremely important that you fill in the date that's in column 3 entitled, what else? Date. The date that you completed the project, the date that you gave the speech, in other words. When the Vice President Education logs into the Toastmasters website, when you have completed this manual so that you get credit for this, he or she must have the date of your project, or they will have to call you and find out what the dates are. And from experience, that is very annoying when you're trying to get the information for your award in the Toastmasters International website before the date is up that you can get logged in for that. Aha. Here is part of the club meeting agenda. It's a portion of an actual club meeting agenda. It doesn't show the entire screen, but it does show you some of the roles and the kinds of explanations that are available. And under the column marked member, the member's name who signed up for those roles is listed. And that's the same kind of thing that you will be able to see when you access the club website and the meeting agenda. There are a number of events that happen on a yearly basis. Yes.
Yeah, I was just going to say, maybe you should, I got these slides out of order. You probably should cover the Competent Leader Manual first before moving on to events.
I'd be happy to.
That's your next slide. Sorry about that.
Ta-da! The Competent Leader Manual is the second basic manual that you will receive if you haven't already. Once again, please make sure that you open the book. Don't just dive into it. Give yourself a few minutes to look it over. You will see listed the Toastmasters International mission, the club's mission, the values of Toastmasters International, the Toastmasters Promise, and that is what is used when a member is inducted into Toastmasters membership. Be advised that not every club goes through that ceremony, so don't feel as though you were cheated if your club doesn't do it. Not all clubs do. In the table of contents, which is on page 3, you will see that there are 10 projects here as well. They are listed and the page numbers are there, but I would like to call your attention to the appendix, which is back on page 57. There are a number of resources available to you, and these are primarily on the Toastmasters International website. Some of these projects you can actually download to your computer if you so choose, but you don't necessarily want to do that until you know what things are all about. So read the appendix. The explanations to the resources are there, and you can access these as you need. On page 61, there are web resources available as well. The last page in this manual, page 64, is another project completion record, and that picture is on the left of the Competent Leadership Manual picture. As in the Competent Communicator Manual, all of these projects are listed 1 through 10. There are roles listed in column 2. The third column, once again, is a date column. Please be sure to fill in the date column. I want to draw your attention to the first column, which is entitled Project. People get excited because there are a lot of lines and a lot of writing here. Let me assure you, you do not have to complete everything that is under the roles column, which is column 2, in order to complete the project. Some projects, there's one farther down that only requires that you do one role in order to fulfill the requirements for that project. So before you panic, take a look at the project completion record, look at the club meeting agenda, and see which projects you need to do to complete that particular role or that particular project. Sign up for those things. And I encourage you to speak with your Vice President Education or Vice President Membership. If you have a mentor, speak with the mentor to help you understand what would be appropriate for you to sign up for, so that you don't get in over your head before you're ready. Toastmasters is a self-paced educational program, but we don't mean for you to jump into everything over your head, because you'll get discouraged or frustrated, and that we don't want you to do. We are here to support you.
Hope you might want to back up to your events. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, stepping back to events. I mentioned earlier that there are several levels of Toastmasters leadership and Toastmasters activities. Well, there are also levels of Toastmaster events. We have speech contests. Speech contests can be not only a lot of fun, but also they are educational, because you will get to see members who are more experienced than you, and you can learn from them in style or subject matter, the way that they use their body gestures, the way that they choose their words, humorous speeches, motivational speeches, table topics, evaluation. These are all things that you will learn from attending a speech contest. Speech contests start at the club level. Remember, that's where the members are based, at the club level. The winners go forward to the area level. Those winners go on to the division level. The winners from the division contests go on to compete at the district level against other division winners. The international speech contest is the only one that proceeds to the international conference. And the speeches are absolutely phenomenal. And I won't have time to go into all of those here, but suffice to say that contests are educational, and please attend, because in addition to speakers, the contests also need an audience, somebody to clap. We have conferences at the district and international level. District 45 has its next conference in May of 2018, and it's going to be held in Halifax. Get your passport. It's worth going. TLIs are Toastmasters Leadership Institutes. That's the training for the club officers that occurs in June or early July for the newly elected officers, and then again in midwinter, so that the club officers can ventilate and learn how to be successful in closing the year. There are councils. At the club level, you have the executive officers, your club officers. At the area level, there is an area council made up of the president, vice president education, and vice president membership of all of the clubs that belong to that particular area. The division council are the division leaders, basically the area directors. The district council is made up of the presidents and the vice president education of the clubs within the district, regardless of the area. And finally, the international council is held once a year at the International Convention, which occurs in August at some part of the world. Another opportunity for you as a member or as a new member is at demonstration meetings, which are held for people or companies looking to find out more information about forming a new Toastmasters club. It would be wonderful for you to have the opportunity to attend and be a part of the demonstration meeting. It basically shows what a Toastmasters meeting does, how it works, and then there may be questions from the audience, and they would be asking you perhaps why you joined, something of that nature. Opportunities for you to grow. Okay, I mentioned induction and I mentioned mentors. With regard to your dues, when you joined, you had to pay your club dues, your membership dues, and a new member fee. That new member fee is a one-time fee, and it covers the cost of your first two manuals, your communication and your leadership manuals. It also covers your first two advanced manuals after you have completed your competent communication manual. So don't run away after you complete your competent communication manual. There are about 15 advanced manuals that are more focused that you can choose from. And the first two, they're not really free because you really already paid for them. So why not get your money's worth? Toastmasters International receives some of your monies, and that helps to put together the Toastmaster magazine, which is available online as well as hard copy every month. And that is a wealth of information for you. And besides all of which, it's in color. Communication and leadership award levels. I keep mumbling about advanced. Well, here we are. Down the communication or speaking track, we have the competent communicator or CC, advanced communicator or ACB, advanced communicator bronze. We have the advanced communicator silver, and finally, the Advanced Communicator Gold. On the leadership side, we have the Competent Leader, or CL, the Advanced Leader Bronze, or ALB, the Advanced Leader Silver, or ALS. And when you have accomplished your Advanced Leader Silver and your Advanced Communicator Gold, you are eligible to receive your Distinguished Toastmaster level. There are a couple of other things that you have to complete before you become a Distinguished Toastmaster, but these are the two manuals that you need to complete the ladder of in order to achieve that. It will take you more than a year to do this, so don't kill yourself to try it. This is all part of the learning process, and it takes time to learn, as I'm sure you know. This is just the listing of the pages that I mentioned already in your two manuals, your two basic manuals. Now, we are having some exciting changes coming in 2018. The club year starts in July 1st and ends at 5 p.m. on June 30th. We are going to be introducing the new Toastmasters program called Pathways. It will probably occur sometime toward the end of the year, around May of 2018. There will be training for each of the clubs in the district so that the members will be ready for this new program. I won't go into detail, that's another whole program. The Pathways program will run concurrently with the current program for 2 additional years. So if it starts in 2018, we have until 2019, 2020 in order to complete whatever manuals you've been working on so far. But again, we'll get additional information when the Pathways program is instituted, probably around May of 2018. It's going to be an exciting innovation, something completely new, and I think that you will find both programs, the current one and the Pathways program, a way for you to become a better communicator and a better leader and grow and make new friends and learn. I welcome you to Toastmasters and ask if you have any questions at this point.
Folks, I'm going to paste into the chat box the link to Olivette's slides. There's the link. So if you want to download her slides, they have some of the information that she covered today. Are there any questions for Olivette? I know I have a question.
Yes.
Olivette, you mentioned Toastmasters Leadership Institute. Is that just for club officers, or can new members also attend one of these TLIs?
New members can attend a TLI. However, the material that will be covered in a TLI will be aimed at the club officers. And so a new member who really has almost no understanding or experience with Toastmasters might feel a little out of place. So it's open, it's not a closed club, so to speak, but it may be a little confusing, especially if you're a brand new member.
So for new members that are interested in being club officers, would that be a good place for them to get information?
It would certainly be an excellent place to get information. There will be experienced Toastmasters who will be leading the discussions, and you will be able to network with some of the other officers that you may not see otherwise if you don't go to an interdivision group. And certainly you're welcome to attend. They're usually on a Saturday. The Division A Toastmasters Leadership Institute will be on January the 13th in Concord, New Hampshire. from 9:30 in the morning until 1:30 in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
instead of listing them out, where Toastmasters might go in order to find the schedule of TLIs.
I think we probably can direct them to the district website or to Facebook.
The Facebook, the newsletter, we had a district newsletter that came out. Usually they come out on the 1st or 2nd of each day of the month. So you'll be seeing information from the district through Constant Contact. The newsletter is a fantastic place to look for information. And so is district45toastmasters.com. Actually, Olivet, I'm going to take over a presentation and I'll show folks how to find that. I think I'll do that.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, so let's find our way to District 31. No, we don't want that. We want d45toastmasters.org. So there's lots of interesting information on our district webpage. Definitely come here, visit it, get used to finding things here, because this is one of our primary locations to send you information. Most of the useful stuff is under District 45, and you can go down to the calendar. And this calendar button will take you to the list of upcoming events, such as Toastmasters Leadership Institute. So there are the webinar schedule. So if you want to go to webinars, for instance, we had one on TLI training just last weekend. We have webinars periodically, and we have TLIs mostly in January. There's a whole host of them on the 20th of January, the 13th, and I think there's even some in February. So you can spend some time there. What was the other page you mentioned? Oh, Facebook.
I mentioned Facebook as well. I don't know if you can access that.
I can.
The way we're set up.
All we have to do is go to Facebook. Hopefully everyone online has seen Facebook and has an idea what's involved with it. If not, it's free to view. And all you have to do is search for District 45 Toastmasters. You'd have a list. There's some division pages. And there's also the main page. So if you click on the main District 45 page, you'll get all kinds of information about our district. Okay, any other questions from the floor? You guys are being exceptionally quiet for Toastmasters.
They're new Toastmasters. Give them a chance.
Would anyone like to unmute yourself and ask a question? Okay,
Maybe
well,
they're having technical difficulties as well.
No, I think Olivet, I think you covered everything. I think you covered it, and they are just
We're
completely
shy.
informed now. Okay, well, thank you, folks, for attending our webinar. As I mentioned, you can find information on our Facebook page, our District 45 Toastmasters, and Olivet already mentioned Toastmasters.org. It's the primary source for most of the Toastmasters information that you will need. I also ask you to click on this link for the survey. And if you go fill out the survey, that'll give Olivet a little bit of feedback, and will also help us improve webinars like this going forward. Also, if you provide your email, it's optional, but if you provide your email address, then I'll put you on the nice list, and you'll get something extra nice from Santa, or Toastmasters version of Santa. Well, Olivet, several folks have thanked you.
Yes, and thank you all very much for attending. And I apologize once again for the technical difficulties that were my problem.
Yeah, we go through that every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop recording now. Thank you, everyone.